Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and today we have a bit of an impromptu video, because I've already put out a video for today, but we have to talk about, what's going on right now with the Hulk Hunter Abomination event, and the fact that the Stark R&D event, which I thought was going to be launched today, now I didn't know if it was going to be 2 or 5 p.m., turns out that it is going to be tomorrow, I guess at 2 p.m., I don't know, right? Because Morgan Le Fay's event is meant to start... Oh, actually today. No, they changed that. So that's still starting today. At 5. Stark R&D, I guess, might start at 2 or 5. Honestly, I don't know. But we have to talk about Hulk Hunter, and we have to talk about the Abomination shards that we're going to get. And also, we need to talk about why the communication is so fucking bad in this game that they can't get blog posts right. Like, who knows what the hell's going on over there? And I have to say, the Community Archangel, this is his fault. It's his lack of communication. He's the face of Scopely for Marvel Strike Force, and he doesn't get his shit right. He doesn't get the blog posts right, and the times are wrong, and everyone has to ask questions. And the fact that there's so much clarification needed tells me that there's something wrong internally, externally, and all of the above, because nothing is ever right on a weekly basis, and I think the community and myself are really frustrated for that. So if you want to know about more about what's going on here, then you know what to do. Let's boil this down. Oh, you didn't see that. I clicked the wrong button, but I'm still gonna leave it there. So I'm gonna start here. And these are screenshots given to me on Discord about the Gamma Goliath orb. For whatever reason, some people are seeing this and some people are not. At least as far as I'm aware, the last time I checked, it wasn't here in my game. So I've reset a bunch of times and it's still not there. So I got all the screenshots from Discord for the percentages for the Gamma Goliath orb. And as you guys know, this is the orb that's given out for the Hulk Hunter event for the month long of September for getting Abomination, because it's no longer guaranteed shards. It's now going to be this orb. And so I think this is the center pillar where you get the shards for Abomination. And you have 1.52%, 13.26%, and 85.23%. And we're going to take a look at what is in it. So this is the first one. This is the 1 point whatever percent. And you get a chance of 100 shards, 40 shards, and 25 at the various percentages there. Now I have gone through this and I've calculated an EV, or what they call estimated value, of what the orb is worth in terms of your, adding up all the percentages and what the shards, the likely shards that you're going to get out of this. This is the second one. So you have 20% chance for 20, 40% chance for 10, and 40% chance for 15. And of course, that's the 13.26%. And then we have the final 85%, and that's this one here. That's the 2% at, 3% at 2, which is the bare minimum drop, right? So let's go back a little bit. So 85% chance, which is the majority drop. Oh, not that one. We're not there yet. 3% for 2. So the minimum, there's a possibility that you could get 2. And I guess I apologize, for all the people who I overshot again, just like Hulkbuster. I was like, there's no fucking way that they're gonna make a 2-shard drop for Abomination, but no, they did. And we're gonna start. I gotta take my glasses. This is a glasses off moment, right? Like from now on, if there's an orb involved, I'm gonna go straight for a 2. After Hulkbuster, I'm like, okay, an Abomination. There's 2 shards in 2 characters now. That's rough. It's really fucking rough. We also have a 3, we have a 4, a 5, and a 6. So they're all there. All the numbers are there, actually. I never thought that this would actually happen. I had to take a drink break there. And so we need to talk about the delays to these events. So if we go back into the game right now, I have a lot of tabs open. Let me try to get over there. This is the game right now. So we have Hulk Hunter now. We have Stark R&D, which is going to appear at the store, at 5 o'clock today Pacific time. It's going to show up. We do have the milestones open right now for Hulk Hunter, and that is the month-long event. It is going to be going on for 31 days until actually September the 30th. So it does appear like they're trying to get back on track as far as the months goes, because I believe Techno Future ended like a couple of days ago, right? Like well before the end of August, and a lot of people are like, hey, what's going on? Like, why can't they make an event that lasts for the entire month, right? Because that makes a little bit more sense. But here, it's not. This is, however, what we know from the blog, so they didn't fuck this one up. There is Armory 17 orbs fragments on these ones, but that's only if you're in the top 25. That may have been listed on the blog, I just didn't pay too much attention to that. Otherwise, it still goes down to about the 500k mark. You can see all the Gamma Orb fragments. Frankly, I can't tell you at this stage whether or not Milestone 39 and 40 is going to be free-to-play obtainable, since we're using a new structure now with, 10 times the points instead of 50k. It's 500k. It's kind of hard to say at this stage. Also, the Quick Rumble Blitz starts tomorrow, but we don't know what the points attributed to that is. Now, you guys probably watched my video where I went over the points the other day when we talked about the Stark R&D event. Kind of did some estimations there. But yeah, one thing I do want to point out, though, is this web milestone that's new. So this was not mentioned in the blog, but I think we need to talk about it. It's called the Hulk Hunter Gamma Booster. It's actually very easy to complete. You just need to do one blitz. You get 50 points and you get that in one blitz. That's great. And so what's included in there is you get 2,000 mutated cells. So that's really important because that's currency towards the month-long event. You get half a gold orb, half a training orb, and 1/10 of a Elite 4 orb, and you get 250 Gamma Goliath orb fragments. So that's 1/8 of an Abomination Orb. Not worth too much. But if we're getting this every single day for 31 days, even actually, then that means quite a bit, right? That's almost 4 of these orbs, because you're going to get one full orb every 8 days. So it's just shy, for whatever reason, of 4 full orbs. We need to talk about that. And then these is going to be 31 days of this. So that's going to be 2,000 times 31. That's 62,000. So that's quite a bit. I originally thought it was only going to be 28 days because I didn't see the full duration of the month-long event. But no, it turned, that's a lot. That's 62,000 of these mutated cells. So that needs to go into the table as well in order to calculate that. So that's what we're going to do right now. And actually, I kind of messed that up a little bit here because we're getting, so 31, we'll talk about the mutated cells down here. So this is the web milestone, my head's in the way, web milestone daily. So this is going to be that times 31. So that's 62,000 cells. That's a lot, right? Considering the week 2 item, Irradiated Blood, is worth 45,000. So this could be potentially, if it's running every single day, we don't know this yet because they never even mentioned it at all. So that's super important as well. And then, of course, I want to talk about the estimated value of the Abomination Orb. So I worked it, I worked it all out here. Basically, the numbers give us 5.72. And so when you add up all of the percentages that are in every single of the different sections, you get 5.72. And so that is, I believe, not too far off what the Hulkbuster Orb was, admittedly. I think, or was it worse? I have the... Where was the Hulkbuster one? Just for sheer comparisons, it would be at the bottom of my August one here. Oh my god, I am really bad at scrolling. My apologies, guys, because I'm really curious what that is. I had it in here, though. The estimated value. Oh, wait, it was way worse. Yeah, it was 2.775, so yeah, I forgot. It's not as bad as Hulkbuster, but yeah, it's still not very great either. And so we take this value and we multiply it by the total amount of orbs, and I believe that we're just going to be getting, it was 27, so I think, yeah, 30.5 orbs is probably what we're estimating right now with that new web milestone, and that brings us up to about 174 shards, because you can't get a decimal place, right? I should cut that off. And so that's really interesting, right? And so if you were to get all of the orbs that are available in the Hulk Hunter milestone, that brings you to this value here, which is just short of 4-star, right? And so there are going to be people who will get more. There's going to be people who will get less. This is the average estimated value. So with bad RNG, you could get a little bit less. With good RNG, you could get a little bit more. Average luck is going to get you around here, which is just shy of 4-star. And so this sounds like it's intended, because those people who have average or worse RNG are going to be subjected to the decision of whether or not you want to spend more cores for Abomination, if you want to, I don't know, buy an offer, those kind of things to get you to that 4-star. No longer is that 4-star guaranteed like it was in previous months at 180 shards, which if you did all the events, you would be able to get. So that's kind of a kick in the teeth a little bit. And it feels like in terms of shard counts, we're going down and down and down, and the guarantee drops are obviously less than they were before. Now, this isn't too much of a surprise, though, because we've had events like the Sunfire event, for example, which was like, what, 130 shards for the character, I believe. So we have had like less than 4-star character events before, but it seems like we're getting that more and more. But as far as the timer goes, and as far as the start date of Stark R&D, I have to put this onto Community Manager Archangel, because we have this post here. So he said this on Discord on August the 26th. The blog was updated to 5 p.m. Pacific time. Apologies on that. The new times don't start until September the 1st. So 2 p.m. from September the 1st and onwards. So that makes it sound like we are going to get the Stark R&D tomorrow at 2 p.m. A lot of us, almost everyone, thought it was going to start today because that's what the blog post said. And speaking of the blog, I do want to go back, and I do want to go on the red alert. That's the blog post from Friday. Let's zoom in a little bit here. And so when we get to the events section, did they actually change it? No, it still says Stark R&D, August 31st. And then what that means is that all of these events are going to be delayed by a day. You know, because they're going to start on Thursdays instead of Wednesday, because today is Wednesday. So September the 1st is a Thursday. Power of Attorney is going to start on September the 8th, which is a Thursday. And it seems like they are 6-day events, but it does seem that they're leaving one day off. So when I guess Wednesday is going to be that one day off before a new event starts. So I think all 4 of these are 6-day events. It's just that there is a day in between when there's nothing going on, I guess, it would seem. And it doesn't actually say that it starts at 5 p.m. in here. There's no time actually indicated in the event schedule here. It's just the dates are still incorrect. And especially beyond the dates, of course, there's still some questions with regards to the leaderboard, especially as it pertains to the this one here, which I talked about in the previous video as well. This is the Blitz leaderboard. That is this every single day. Is this in-game actually? I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. Oh, actually it is. You can see it here. I forgot. Yeah, it is mentioned. So you have 2 things that are going on. This is the Stark R&D milestone itself. This is the daily 15 million. We talked about this in the event video already. If you haven't checked that out, do that, because I think that it's very important to make sure you understand how to get to 8 million points, which is where you're going to get the Imperific Serum, and then also the 15 million if you want to get to the other tier 2 level 4 blue 4 ions, basically, and all the points there. Go check out that video if you're still a bit confused on that. But if you click on the second one, there's a separate milestone which includes the same stuff, right? This is the same point structure, except for there's just one training orb at 3.3 million. And there's all this stuff, right? And so we were talking about the leaderboard. Is this a one-day repeating leaderboard that's going to happen 6 times? I think it might be, which is absolutely fucking bonkers, because you get a full Elite 5 orb at 2 to 5%. And, you know, Elite 4 orbs actually, like, all the way through here. Every single day, that is a shit ton of resources. Now, I don't know one way or the other, which this is going to be, and we probably won't know until Friday. Like after the first 24 hours pass, we'll know whether or not that it could be a one-time 6-day. Once this shows up, it could say then, you know, it lasts for 6 days. That's highly possible as well. Honestly, I think this is a bit too OP to have every single day. I kind of figured that it's going to be a one-time leaderboard. That's my assumptions now. There's just too much resources in here to be equated to every single day, especially the mutated cells, but also the elite orbs is just way too much value here. So let me know in the comments down below. How are you guys feeling? I was expecting to do stuff today, but I mean, I guess I'm doing this video now instead. I'm not super happy about the Abomination Orb. I don't like that it's changing guaranteed shards to RNG and luck. I don't like that. I don't like when there's luck-based mechanics. I don't like when it's a slot machine, whether or not you unlock Abomination, whether or not you actually get him to the desired star level, or if you're just super, super lucky and you're that one person who pull 100 shards for Abomination, then good job for you, but then nobody else can really do that. You know, that's what I mean. It should be more fair across the board, and big RNG slot machine orbs like this for a character release is not my definition of fair. But hey, maybe I'm crazy. Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if there's anything else that gets messed up over the next day or two, you'll hear from me as well. So until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.